when people first see Will Pendergrass. Some have a tendency to underestimate it. At birth, he was diagnosed with hydrocephalus, which caused spinal fluid buildup on his brain. At first, the doctors informed Will's parents he would not live past the first year. However, through his infancy, his prognosis continued to change.
When we left, it was kind of an open book. We don't know what his life's going to be like, and at that point, we were just happy. We said, we'll take it. We'll take the unknown over certainty that he wouldn't be able to live long.
I always call him my little miracle, my miracle child. I always said I had an angel and a miracle. Savannah was my angel, Will was my miracle.
As he grew, he developed later than most kids his age in areas such as walking, but that didn't stop him. He began kindergarten at Lone Oak Elementary when he was 4.
When he first came here, I know that there was talk that he would never walk or talk or do much. And when he first got here, you know, he was not doing much. But as the years went on, I mean, he was walking. And here he walked, for the most part, without anything, right? Mm-hmm.
Will grew stronger as the years went on.
I know several years after I had had him, I was at a football game. And he was probably in middle school at this time. And the next thing I knew, he was up in the bleachers and he was maneuvering over the bleachers, and I kept looking around to see if his parents were near, and they weren't. It scared me to death because I knew how fragile he was in the 4th grade. So that did my heart good to see him from 101 shadow with him in the 4th grade to he was bouncing around the bleachers at the football game.
Being stronger, Will took part in the Special Olympics, where he participated in several events.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have been a part of the Rains County track meet held over at Rains High School. And some of the events that I have done have been the 50-meter walk, the assisted walk, 10-meter wheelchair, what actually happened was my shunt, for some reason, had a slight malfunction.
His lasted longer than most people's last, but when it malfunctioned, it really malfunctioned and caused him a lot of problems.
We watched the doctors perform CPR on our son just a few feet away for 10 minutes, and we were just watching the monitor and watching the doctors and just praying. And then for the next week, he was in a medically induced coma. Whether he was going to survive, and if so, what state he was going to be in, whether his mind would survive.
I had lost so much movement in my arms and my legs, and I basically had to learn how to speak again, learn how to walk again. My fine motor skills were rather poor-ish, and I had to do some schoolwork.
Will continued to recover and become himself again. He went back to school and went on to graduate from Lone Oak High School in 2014. Will has continued at the school as an aide and assistant and has also taken up a job at Texas A&M Commerce.
Will served as a library aide for me last year and year before. Actually, this will be his 3rd year to be in the library. He assists me by checking out books to the students. That gives him opportunity to interact with the kids. He also shelves the books for me, and we kind of laugh about that. That's not one of his favorite things to do. But he grabs that cart and he takes off and he shelves the books, and he'll visit with anybody who walks in. He visits with them and talks with them, and of course visits and talks with me.
This year they have transitioned him to work a couple of days over at A&M Commerce. And what I understand is he kind of, sort of a receptionist type area where he meets and greets students, answers the phone, that type of thing.
Will's past has made him a strong individual, and he has goals and plans for his future.
As far as job work, hopefully do something along the lines of emergency service, like dispatch.
Will, I have news of your next job for you.
Okay.
And it is going to be with the Greenville Fire and Rescue Administrative Office.
Okay.
So you're going to be responsible for putting them in complete chronological order. All right, so are you excited about working at Greenville Fire and Rescue?
Oh yes.
The Veterans Day Assembly, when he sang Amazing Grace, there were some tears there, because not only that we were able to do that here at school, but that this person who is amazing and full of grace, was the one singing that, and that our kids joined in and they honored that. So it's one of those lifetime memories.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Was blind, but now I see. As my closing statement, this is Will Pendergrass signing off.